I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this. So they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. 120! 154!
Hey, check. Kill.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deidrin Senat with a sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Waiting! Check 954! 954! Let's go. Great. Right, 5-2, on here.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
What's that?
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Solid. Lion.
This is Mostert. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice.
Yeah. Shoot.
Check 13. Check 13.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 54, south.
Mike's my boy.
You better bring it. You better bring it. Ready to go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
Check back.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Break 59, ready. Back 25. Here we go.
Check. Slam.
Ready, set.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six.
Check. Ready to go.
for a Falcon touchdown. From a yard out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. Here's Mostert. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Sunday. Kill. Bravo.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mostert. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. These two teams all tied after one. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
5-9. Here we go. 54's Mike. Check.
Now Wentz. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Check three. Check nine.
Now Mostert. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Go. 20.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Sunday.
Game situation. Let's go.
Go.
54's Mike.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
He's coming.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
You ain't doing nothing today. 40. Check 43.
Down the man inside. Down the man. Win 5-3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
On that, baby, on that. Jump.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now wins. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tackle made by Deidron Sinnott. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll take a and he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Raheem Mostert with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Shit. Showing it. Show.
To throw again. Ryan. Jones has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Alpha.
Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Woo-hoo. Back. Check.
Again, Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Kill. Hey, 4 kill.
Jam.
Hey, empty. Listen.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Ryan. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The kick by Bryant is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Mike's by 4.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Right back to him on first down. Tackled that time by Quentin Poling.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
I got you, boy.
Here's Wentz to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 15. Check 15.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 180.
I got one.
74.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Let him know.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Down. Ready. Right 25.
We got to get the ball.
21.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Wait. Ready to go.
On first down, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his fourth touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
54.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Garden would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And it's third down.
Mike.
Go, go. 180.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, 5. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
We own them. We own them.
Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. That's taken in by Callaway. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Howard. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Again, it's Wentz. He completes it to Evans. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm scared.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 22-yard touchdown grab. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Check, 44.
check. 45 to Mike. Quick talk.
Hey, wahoo!
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Tight go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Let him go!
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check it out, read. Check.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
39.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Right here. Switch. Spot.
Bud.
No.
Get out!
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check.
51 Mike. Mike 51. I'm coming. Check.
Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Falcons, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't